Hello.
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 Hello. I could have just been in here talking to you guys. I don't know why.
Yeah, you could have been. I don't know why you typed it.
Sat here in silence. Well, I didn't want to if you guys were talking about something else or doing something else. I didn't know who was around.
You could have been in the conversation because we're like, we don't know what to buy because we don't know what spells Mushy has.
Oh, you should have let me know. I wrote a message, but it's all good. We is here.
Derek?
Like, what are your non-combatant spells?
Who?
The wizard, you. Like, is it just identify, or do you have like other ones?
I've got alarm and identify as for the two rituals. What? Do you just want to know all my spells?
I mean, I feel like that's something
If
that
you want to give it all out, sure.
Well, why are you asking?
Schnick, schnick, schnick.
Why are you trying to get all this information out of me?
Because we're deciding on like whether we need to buy camp like tents and shit.
That's literally it.
Yeah.
And there's like I know there's like create like camp like a campsite.
No, I don't have anything like that. No.
Okay.
I'm war mage, war magic.
Yeah, but I mean, wizards can have like all the things. So.
Yeah, but I'm going all out defense and attack.
Okay. Cool.
So no, I mean I've got the light cantrip. That's pretty much as helpful as it gets in terms of non-offense defense.
I mean, alarm is like a camping spell.
Yes. Yeah, I've shoved that on as a ritual because obviously I don't have to have it prepared, and I thought that could potentially be helpful in a tight spot.
Derek?
Hello.
Let me know what you think about like the thing that I just proposed in Discord. Yeah, it's essentially like saying taking the Xanathar's rules for Alchemist kit and applying it to something else. But
Okay. What do you mean to buy the kit that you wanted to buy?
Essentially, no, I have the kit. I bought it, right?
Mhm.
And I would like to essentially buy a bunch of just fabric and be able to then make clothes later.
Okay. Are you setting up a clothing line in Chult? The new fashion?
Yeah, definitely. Dude, that's a great idea. Thank you. We're going to stop the whole campaign and just make clothing.
We're all
We know
becoming
the
merchants.
Ganzaro.
Yes.
We become a merchant prince from selling shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah, like bringing the fashion from Baldur's Gate over here. Like, come on. Anyway, so do you think that would be fine? Just like buying fabric for X amount of gold and then essentially spending half of it to make clothes? Like half of whatever the
Sure,
price
yeah.
would be? Yeah? All right.
Did you bring some clothes? You have some already, I assume.
I have one set of clothing, yes.
Okay, but you didn't pack for the trip. You're one of those people that shows up to a vacation with like one set of clothes, and it's like, oh shit, I'll need something for tomorrow. Damn, quick.
So how much do you think one gold piece, like one gold coin worth of fabric weighs?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what pounds are. It'll get you enough to make a few sets. I mean, gold, whole gold. I don't know. Get you enough to make 3 sets of clothes. If you're going to make top and trousers.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I'll just look it up then.
Okay. So we resume with Immoral after he curtly separated himself immediately from the rest of the group. Now, Immoral, you're a warlock. You've got a patron. Up to you when to. You're there, right, RJ?
Yes.
It's up to you. As and when to reveal certain things about it, or be secretive. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, you have some instructions to get yourself to Chult, essentially. Fairly cryptic instructions, but they say when you arrive, head northwest into the old town. Keep your wits about you, and look for a man called Magor Swain in one of the beggars' palaces. So that's the information that you've got. But you landed, same as the others, in the harbour ward towards the east near the sea. I forget exactly where you said your goodbyes. Was it when they were meeting just outside Wakanga's place, which would be here?
I split pretty much right away.
It was like
Okay.
literally at the port.
Okay, at the port.
I was just like, bye.
All right, bye guys. Okay, so you're over here somewhere then. So those are the instructions you've got. What do you do?
Where am I? The dinosaur token?
Roughly there, yeah, around there somewhere.
Why am I a dinosaur token? But okay, I just go to the location to meet the dude.
Okay, so the beggar palaces are these ziggurats. They're kind of. I don't know if ziggurat's like a common knowledge word, but I had to look it up. It's kind of like
I know what a ziggurat is.
It's kind of like Mayan temples.
Yeah,
Picture
they're
that,
basically
right?
just pyramids.
Yeah, yeah. So you make your way over to one of those, and as you go, you see, you pass through a fairly fancy part of the town. Like depending on the route that you take, you're quite likely to pass through like the jewelers' market, for example, which is really well-to-do and upmarket. But as you pass through these walls, immediately there's a slightly shabbier air to the area. There's essentially slums around. There's these ziggurats. There's like slums. There's a few people like peddling kind of knockoff-looking goods. There's this big rectangular structure from which you hear as you arrive. There's like
This one?
the big rectangular structure, the big long one. Yeah. that's the one.
Okay, yeah, the tent thingamajigger. Okay.
Yeah. You hear like the screams of an excited crowd. It sounds like almost bloodlust, that kind of excitement. The kind of excitement you might hear at like a coliseum, and you hear like the occasional shrieks of some kind of dinosaur. But for now, anyway, your target, are these ziggurat type places. Couple of guards outside, mean-looking guys.
I approach one of them and I just ask them if they know where I can find what's his face. Just like that.
So the one of them like looks at you expectantly for a moment, and then says, "No one like that here, mate. You must be mistaken." Now, your character would know that for this sort of contact, there's some
I do
kind
the
of-
secret thingamajiggers, the
Yeah.
little dance.
there's a
Okay, I do the
little,
little ball and dance.
So what does it look like? Obviously your character would know, so you can just tell me, like, is it a handshake or is it a dance of some kind, or a sound that you make, or a hand gesture?
Well, I mean, you didn't give me any prompt that they were potentially part of my people, though. How am I supposed to even know?
Well, you know that this is the place. Your instructions said go to this place, find this guy. So as long as your intelligence is good.
Oof, only a 10. Dumb bastard.
I mean, as long as your information is good.
Charismatic, though.
You charismatically interpret the instructions you received. I mean, as long as your information is good, which it's always been in the past.
Yeah. My people don't mess around. I don't know. I just like flash my little emblem badge thingamajigger.
Oh, you got a badge. Okay.
Or I guess I didn't take the badge. I took a code book, so.
Yeah, no. I mean, you totally could have some special object, perhaps with what sort of what would it
With the
look
background,
like?
you're supposed to get like a code book or like an emblem.
Yeah. Okay. And in your case, what would the emblem look like? like, would it have the theme of any particular bird, perhaps? Would it look like a crow
Bird.
or a raven? Or something else? It's up to you.
One second. Looking that up.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's just go with like a really dark badge with like a very not like a plainly noticeable raven, but like kind of like a raven that's like hidden by like shadows.
Okay. Cool. So you you walk right up and say, "Is that guy here?" And then after a moment, you show that symbol to the guard, and his expression totally changes. Like a wave of recognition comes over his face, and he leads you inside without another word. So it's really dark inside. There's just candlelight. There's a lot of kind of dense smoke from different types of incense, but like it's a really old structure. Actually, you'll have noticed this from walking through the city that there's kind of you've really well. I mean, it's called the Old City. It's really like a older, different type of architecture from the rest, like the harbor area, for example, or the markets that you were walking through. The moment you got through the walls, so this thing looks absolutely ancient. It's not particularly, it's not laid out like a hotel. It's like it's like a corridor, stone chambers on the sides. So he leads you to one of the bigger chambers towards the back. There's a guy wearing a dark cloak and sitting behind a desk, like he's just writing something on a piece of parchment, and looks up as you enter, and he's like, "And who might you be?"
What's his name again?
Magor Swain. I'll put it in the chat. I made it up 5 minutes ago.
Or I'm Imara. I've been sent on orders to meet you, and that you'd have additional information for me.
Immoral, eh? Very well. I was expecting you. I don't have much for you, I'm afraid. But, well, yes, our mutual friend expected it might take you a little longer to get here, actually. You've done well. You are to find the cause of the death curse. I can't help you much on that, but you are to venture out into the jungle, find it, and bring the artifact, the Soulmonger, to us. Can you do this?
That's quite convenient. I already accepted such a job from another people, which teleported me here, and that's how I got here so quickly. Should be easy enough.
But the artifact, you understand, it can't get into the wrong hands.
But of course, it shall be ours.
You know very well the power of our mutual friend. And, well, the more one serves, the more one receives. I hope you serve well.
I'm well aware. That is why I serve.
Tell me, have you, done the ceremony, the ritual?
Was that you cut out for me?
Oh, he asked you, have you done the ritual?
Which ritual is that?
He pulls his cloak up from his arm, and he shows you like a wrist, which has a deep knife carving in it. It's like a line with a circle at the top. And he looks at you and like gestures to a knife on the desk.
What strange markings are those?
If you want more power, you should formalize your relationship with our mutual friend.
You have piqued my interest.
Very good, very good. And he, well, I mean, if you don't stop him, he'll like make the carving on your arm, and he like holds a candle beneath it, and like does the carving above the candle so that the blood like drips. And as you see the drops of blood like hitting the flame of the candle, they
Just
instead
one
of
second. Like, are you trying to lead into like the next section of stuff that we're going on about with my character? Because it seems a little strange for going into that kind of thing.
well, I mean, you can decline if you want. I mean, he said, "Are you ready? Do you want to do this?" It's up to you.
Well, I'm just saying, like, with the way it, like, are you trying to like? Because obviously, I can't do that yet.
Well, I mean, mechanically, it would happen.
Yeah, mechanically, I would. Yeah,
But yeah,
like
which
mechanically,
is
I
why
don't get
was
the bonus, but
do it next time. But we can do it now, or you can do it next time. It's up to you.
it's just I don't know if that's. I guess we probably should have. I didn't really have time to talk to you more about it.
I
But
mean,
it
you
doesn't
can
really
always say you're
super like. Was this doesn't really like fit like the group?
okay.
Is all.
Okay.
It'd be more like a tattoo than like
Okay.
a blood carving.
Cool. Okay. So you receive your instructions, and what would you be doing next? Or would you rejoin the group, or would you find a tavern, or
Well, since I don't know what the
city, or-
group, since I don't know where the group is,
Yeah.
there was like the tent had like fights or something in it.
Yeah.
I'll go check those out real quick.
Okay.
We'll just like yeah, for the tattoo stuff, have that we can have that occur. It would make more sense if I report it back with some progress, because they don't
Okay.
really offer like already offered me like the initial power, so it wouldn't really make sense for him just to offer more power like for no reason, like off the bat.
Okay.
So that's just what I was confused by, but yeah.
Well, so the big rectangular building that I was describing before, it's called Executioner's Run. So it is a rectangular stone-lined pit that's 15 feet deep, 50 feet wide, and 200 feet long. And its purpose is, well, I mean, the clue's in the name. It's for a form of execution that provides entertainment at the same time for the locals, particularly the locals, of the old city. It's kind of like a little bit of an underworld area of the city. So what happens here is somebody that's been like found guilty of a crime, condemned to death, usually, is put at one end. It's like a gauntlet, and then they release like velociraptors and panthers and some other different types of dinosaurs sometimes in, and then the crowd just like watches as this terrified person tries to sprint to the other end. If they get to the other end, they might be granted their freedom.
Might.
Why do I have a feeling we're going to end up in that pit at some point in this adventure?
It's fine.
All right. After seeing what it is, I just turn and make my way to the Thundering Lizard, because that's what the name was, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then get a room and some foods.
Okay. So how did the shopping go for the rest of the group?
I got my
Well-
diamond.
You bought a diamond, yeah. You got yourself some nice jewelry.
I came.
I was looking
into...
at. Oh, go ahead. You go
Okay.
first. No, you're more
All
interested.
right. I came into the market pretty much empty-handed, and I came out with a giant pack of fabric a mirror, a few bottles of perfume, weaver's tools, a lantern, oil, and a 10-foot pole.
Okay.
Just for
I
thematics, you
sense
probably
that
would have
you
bought.
some. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh.
RJ.
I was gonna say, just for thematics, you probably would have bought like a bolt of fabric, like a roll of it, just so that way that's like the easiest way to transport like
Yeah,
fabric.
exactly.
Like, a
just
lot
like
of
a
it.
roll that's now just on top of my back, like kind of sticking out to the sides. Yeah.
I sense there's some specific plan you have in mind for all this stuff.
Maybe.
So, are you telling us, Dusk, that you basically look like Naruto when he grows up and gets the giant scroll on his butt?
Oh my god. Sure.
But you have fabric instead.
Yeah, I did not even think about it, but sure. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Perfect.
So while you were going through the markets, you see a lot of stuff that's already familiar to you. You find shops selling standard weapons and that sort of thing. You find a couple of things that are like particular for Cholt. So you see somebody selling insect repellent, which would be, let's see, it's either in the form of an incense or a greasy salve. Or somebody selling a rain catcher, which is a contraption that you can set up next to a camp and use to try and catch rain during the night for drinking water.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
Sounds bulky.
Well, we're probably going to need food and water. Unless
Yes.
anyone's got
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm assuming
good
since we didn't
skills.
communicate, no one took the water, like create water spell.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't take it on purpose, so there is that.
I don't have spells.
Ugh, spell this. Ugh.
So the rain catcher costs 1 gold, weighs 5 pounds.
Yeah, I can't take that.
How much are
I'll be over my weight limit.
how much are rations?
2
usual
silver pieces. I think.
You probably didn't hear it, but if you have like an adventurer's pack or anything, it probably comes with a bunch of rations.
Yeah, no,
so
I
you should-
didn't.
You should look up
I
what it
purposely
has.
went with the scholar's
Okay.
pack instead.
That will have supplies in it as well. Have you looked up what it carries?
It should still have some rations. It just may not have as many as others.
Yeah, I thought it did, but it doesn't. It's got.
It doesn't. It's
I've
like
got ink.
backpack.
I've
book,
got ink and parchment and a little bag of sand, a quill, a small knife, bottle of black ink, 10 parchment.
Wow, that's like the most useless pack they have. Jeez.
Unfortunately, I didn't really have a chance to get anything else.
Yeah, I mean,
I wasn't planning necessarily on, going through a jungle or anything. I didn't really know what I was doing.
okay.
Did you? And you spent all your gold on the diamond, didn't you?
I've still got 10.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
can probably buy like an adventurer's pack for that, I think.
I mean, just buy like rations, right? And the
Yeah.
water skin, it's fine. Water skin is 2 silver pieces, and a ration is 5 silver pieces. Or yes?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
What's the
standard
ratio?
price.
Is it 1 gold per 100 silver pieces or 10 silver pieces?
10 silver
it's
pieces
10.
per 1 gold, and
Okay,
10
that's what I
copper
thought.
per 1.
Isn't the one between silver and gold?
No, it's between gold and platinum, I think. Or actually, no, I think you're right. I think it's like a 50p thing, Electrum.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's confusing. I never use it.
Wait, so I don't think. Yeah, or I don't think. I think electrums are like region, like setting specific, aren't they?
Alright.
Because I mean, if that's a 50 silver piece thing, then that means the gold value is different as well. Then, because gold's above electrum.
No, I think an Electrum is 5 silver. It's not 50. Yeah, when I said it's a 50p thing, I meant like it's like a half thing.
Yeah, 1
that we were
gold.
doing.
Is 2 electrum, 10 silver, and 100 copper.
Yeah. Man, shopping.
Did you say
Hooray.
it's 1 electrum, so it's equivalent to electrum?
No,
One,
it's
1
2.
gold is 2 electrum,
Oh, 2.
and a platinum, is 10 gold.
Anyway, for the basic
Thank
stuff,
you.
how about we can catch up on that stuff later. Afterwards, you guys can just tell me what you bought.
Sure.
So are you heading toward? Well, where are you guys going?
Mm,
Oh yeah, an explorer's pack is 10 gold, so I bought an explorer's pack. Then why not?
okay.
And I now have.
Well, I want to get D-Kick to drink with me in the Thundering Blizzard.
I'm down for that. I'd be down to see a drunk bird. Let's do it.
I
So
warn you,
guys
I drink
maybe
like a bird.
emerge from the Grand Souk, and you're starting to head south towards where I said the Red Bazaar is down there. So as you emerge, there's suddenly a lot of liveliness in the streets. There's an awful lot of people standing around here. It's actually quite difficult to push through. There's a big crowd. What do you guys do?
Can you indicate again where all the people are?
About here. Here. I mean, that's where you come out and there's just a huge mass of people. Well, maybe I should continue to explain. You hear like noises of drums. You hear like pan flutes. You hear like cheers and shouts. Kind of general noises of merriment coming from the crowds, and the kind of musical noises are coming from down this sort of area.
I think I just try to press through the crowd. Like maybe use my acrobatics to try to squeeze in between people and around people and all that stuff.
Yeah, I am going to attempt to follow.
Okay.
I mean, we don't even know if I'm gonna make it.
Yeah.
Why don't you just change into a bird and fly over them?
You're not there. You can't say that.
Like if you want to throw
That was
in
out of
something-
character.
All right.
'Cause I don't know he's a changeling in character.
Yeah, so I mean, you guys can squeeze through, no problem. There's no checks to be made. But yeah, it's a parade going through the city. It's maybe you catch like a glance over people's heads as you're heading. I guess you guys are heading south that way, most likely then,
Mhm.
because the parade is heading down this way. But yeah, you catch glimpses. It's very musical. It's very colourful. But there's a big, elegant sedan chair that's being carried. So there's like 6 very shirtless, very muscly guys that are really like sweating hard as they're like it's fairly hot, as they're carrying this enormous chair on top of their shoulders. And on top of it is somebody wearing like it looks bright gold. It's kind of like gold, light colored, shining fabric gown. And she's like casting coins into the crowd, and people are like scrambling to grab them. People. There's a few not very well off looking people who are like clutching a handful of coins and like crying and kissing the coins and like blowing kisses to this lady in the chair.
What color coins are we talking about?
These are coppers that she's throwing.
Yeah, okay,
That are being thrown.
not worth my time.
I'm looking super confused, and I'm just like, what the hell's going on over there? What's these people
Looks
doing?
Well,
Looks like-
D-Kick. Imagine she was throwing corn,
Yes?
and those
It's-
people are. Yes, Lily.
It's like charity for people who don't got nothing.
Why,
they can use
why
some
would
coin to,
anyone
like,
want
buy-
anything?
Well, you got to eat something, don't you?
Well, there's You can just help yourself. That'd be
No,
f-
that's not how it works around here.
Why,
You help yourself, they might clip. Well, they might
What?
throw you in jail or beat you up or something. Everybody's owning something around here. You gotta
Owning.
pay for what you want. Remember how you had to buy that diamond that you got? You
Well,
couldn't
yes.
just take it, right?
Well, I don't see why I couldn't, really, but he seemed like he wouldn't have given it to me. Wouldn't have allowed me to
Exactly.
take it.
That's the point. That's how everything works around here.
Silly.
So, like, who do you suppose this is, actually? And I, like, point to the lady.
Merchant princess?
Maybe?
I just
Well-
shrug.
Why is she giving everything away?
You know what?
I think I like
Right,
her. If she
right.
doesn't want to hold on to all this wealth, she's getting rid of it. Seems like a good idea.
All right, DCAC, let's try and explain this incident to you over a drink, shall we?
You're obsessed with drink. Have you got a problem?
Maybe.
Well,
So one of the revelers near the parade, he looks like he's had a few ales. He's got his shirt off and like wrapped around his waist, tied around.
British tourist.
Yeah, he's sunburned and thinks of beer, and he sort of dances over towards you and stuffs a couple of coppers into your hand, into your bird palm, I guess, Dekek, and says, "Hey, Birdman, here, take yourself to the bathhouse with these. You stink," and then dances away.
I don't know what just happened. What? I smell?
Like, well, kinda.
Okay.
All right. Well, if you don't want to drink, how about?
I didn't say I didn't want to drink. I just thought you were rather preoccupied with it.
Well, I'm just. All right, fair enough.
To be fair, I haven't had much experience with drinking anything
See,
other than
and life
water.
is about experience.
Yes, this is true. I've missed out on quite a lot.
An experience we shall get you. And I kind of
Oh.
pull you along again.
And I'm like trotting up behind. All right, let's get the bird drunk. And I'm clapping my hands.
Okay, so you escape, like the parade was in that region and heading northwards. So once you get past, say around here somewhere, you start to, the crowd gets thinner and thinner, and your way is much less impeded as you're heading southwards.
I now have 2 copper pieces.
You've got a couple of copper pieces. That's
Fucking
right.
rich boys.
So Sindra told you where I just pinged is where the Red Bazaar is. Just a reminder, she said that's like where you buy rations and stuff like that. We don't need to get back into shopping, but just to tell you, in the city, that's where that happens.
Let's
And
do
also
more
that's
shopping.
Ooh, shopping.
Yes, how about we grab an iron pot and... All right.
A bar of soap
Please, no,
and
no more. So as you get into this area, you see the hustle and the bustle of the market. And on this side, kind of the noisier area, because it's a little closer to the market, is what's fairly obviously the Thundering Lizard. So it's like a tavern, and above is a slightly oversized wooden carving of a lizard, and it's got some kind of crude attempt at some lightning coming out of its mouth, also carved in wood. Just for reference, on the other side is the Quiet Tavern, but you guys aren't interested in that. So yeah, you see what's obviously the Thundering Lizard over this way.
Well,
all right. I kind of push you in at this point. Through the door.
So you want drinks, do you?
Sure.
I go and just grab the first 3 drinks I see. Or try to, I guess.
I watched you. I'm just like, what did I just tell you about? It doesn't work that way.
Drinks!
You got to
Okay.
pay for drinks.
Whose drinks did he take?
So you just walking up to a table and trying to steal some?
A table or the bar or anything, I suppose. I'm just... They wanted
Okay.
drinks, so I'm getting them
there's-
for them.
Okay, so at the table just to the left as you walk in, there's a couple of like really sturdy looking fellows in like
No!
pirate clothing. So they're not really like wearing armor, they're wearing like, kind of sea worn like warm looking sailor's clothes. There's like a pirate hat on the table, and they're drinking like flagons of ale. Do you just walk up and
Just for the sake of so everyone knows, I'll be in the corner at the far table with my meal, and I'll be watching them as they walk in.
Oh,
Just like
so
this
just to catch up
glowing
also,
golden beacon.
RJ, when you came in, you noticed that there was a board. As a lot of taverns in this world have, there's a board with kind of, looking for work and
Like a bounty board.
posting advertisements and bounties and so on it. And there's a section entirely dedicated to jungle guides, people that are posting their qualifications, saying I can lead people through the jungle. Tell me where you want to go, sort of thing. There's a few different ones of those that I can show you as handouts. So maybe you've been like, you at least noticed that on the way in. What you do with that's up to you.
I didn't bother looking at it.
Okay.
Well, I'll have said then... Oh,
DK.
sorry. I'll have turned to Lily and Dusk and said, drinks then, there's some. And I start heading towards the table.
Oh, no. Grab you.
Hold on, DK.
Yes?
I kind of look over to see if the man noticed.
I've grabbed DK's arm to stop him from going too far.
I thought you
one of
wanted
them had
drinks.
seen you approaching. He hasn't said anything. He's got a big mustache that turns into mutton chops at the side, but like the bottom of his chin's shaved, so it's just moustache and mutton chops.
Yeah.
And he's like eyeballing you as you approach with his eyebrows raised.
Remember how you couldn't just take that diamond? Remember how we had that conversation?
Well, he had it hidden away.
Well, I kind of like walk up and just to whoever's sitting there. I'm just like, I am terribly sorry for my friend here. We are teaching him the culture of taverns. Would you like to participate?
Oh, there's more drinks over here. Start heading in the other
I
direction.
still am clinging to your arm because I do not trust you.
You want drinks?
And then I'm like, what I'm saying is, how about a round on my, I'm gonna buy you drinks, alright? And we forget this ever happened.
I won't say no to a free drink.
Alright.
I agree, and I grab his drink. No.
I'm Gus.
No, I don't, sorry.
Well, you're my kind of person. I'm Dusk. What is your name?
Gut
So-
slasher.
Gut Slasher. That's a hardy ass name. Alright.
Well, my parents called me Robert, but I go by Gut Slasher now.
Bob. Gut Slasher has a very different feel to it, right?
You want to know why they call me that?
Do you slash
Well-
people in the guts?
No, I get pissed, I drink flagons of ale, and then I slash my guts out. And his like mates like cheer and swig some ale.
Ha ha ha. Alright, and is there like someone that I can wave over to
Oh,
get
yeah.
drinks?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just like wave over to someone. And well, the strongest alcohol you have. How much is it?
5 silver pieces.
5 silver pieces. All right. And I just buy like for everyone,
Okay.
including DKEG.
I think at this point I've sat DKEK down at a table and I'm trying to explain the concept of money to him.
It's nonsense.
So eventually the barmaid brings over a tray of like small wooden cups of amber-colored fermented honey drink, which is it's like fire honey. It's like, I don't know, 100 proof rum for a real world reference. It's pretty strong. 5 silvers was hold on, I maybe misquoted you the price. So it's a mug costs 4 copper for a single mug. So if you're buying a round, it would be.
I mean, I'm just gonna
there's 3
say
of those
like,
guys.
yeah, sure, that's fine. I'm just gonna buy for everyone, including Lily, DKEG, and myself.
Okay. So Gut Slasher addresses you while he's swilling his honey rum. He's like, "So, what are you guys doing around here anyway? Where'd you find that burned man?"
Well, uh, well, that's quite strong, actually. Well, we're adventurers, essentially. We're going to head out into the jungle soon.
Heading into Cholt, are you?
Yes, we are.
You want to make some money?
Always.
Well, how about if you find us a map that shows the location of the ruins of Nangalore and Oralunga, we'll give you a sailing ship.
Well, that is quite an offer. All right. Like, I'm just going to write down the names of those real quick.
Was it Nangalore and Ung?
I'll put them in chat.
Yeah, thank
Please
you.
do.
Oralunga.
Oralunga. So, well, what do you know about those places then?
I know some rich knobs back in Faerun want to know about them. If I take them that map, I'll make myself a rich man.
I see. Well, that is awesome. Yeah, for sure. I will definitely. Where can I find you, actually?
I'll be around. Find me in the docks. Or, well, I'm always around here. Got to keep my nickname up somehow.
True, very true. How are you doing there, DKEG?
I'm
Feeling alright?
no, yes, lovely. And I'm having like the tiniest little beakfuls, and just throwing my head back and doing the little.
Well, I'm going to get drunk today. So, you want to get drunk with me? Gut Slasher.
You keep those drinks coming, mate. I'll drink with you. No problem.
Alright, fine. How about a drinking competition?
You want to have a drinking competition with Gut Slasher, do you?
Yeah.
He, well, he does the kind
Whoever
of
loses
knuckle
pays
crackling
for the
thing.
drinks. Or actually, no, you know what? I'm paying for the drinks. Never mind.
No,
Just say
fair's
loser
fair.
pays.
Fair's fair. Fair's fair. If you can beat me in a drinking competition, I'll pay. If I beat you, you pay.
Alright.
Well, okay, let me find a character sheet for and I think the customary way that this is done is opposed constitution checks.
Yeah, like,
But
I
we'll
know of
do
two
rounds.
which
Well,
is essentially
what
like,
I was thinking, and then you can tell me if there's a better way that you're reading off. You'll do just constitution saves, but for a DC that will increase each time,
Mm-hmm.
and then whoever fails first loses.
Nice.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we'll
like-
start with DC 6, and it will go up by 2 each time.
Okay. Like what I tend to do in these situations is like do that, but then also get like a round of like 2 rounds to lose or something like that, because it's kind of, extends it
swingy.
just it's swingy with just one.
Oh, what, like a best of?
Yeah, and they're like essentially once someone loses 2, he loses completely, right?
Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, let's do it that way. So yeah, we'll start with DC 6, and once you fail twice, then you lose.
All right.
Let's go,
First
round 1.
drink. 21.
I like it. Dusk knocks it back, absolutely no problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
we've got a +3 versus a +2. Dun dun dun.
All right. Second drink.
Oh shit.
Still.
Second one was DC 8, so you still succeed.
All right.
And you guys are chugging shots of this super strong honey rum.
Yeah.
Round 3, here goes. Oh, that was DC 10, so that's a fail. That's one fail for
Alright.
Gut Slasher.
I turn to Lily at this point, and I'm just like, "Is this normal human behavior? Is this what people do?"
I wouldn't really know. I'm not human.
Well, have you observed this before? I don't understand the concept of it. I don't see it. Surely, if you win, you're fucked.
I mean, they both want to get fucked either way.
Why don't they just do that then? Why don't they just drink?
I mean, because then there's a chance he doesn't have to pay. I don't know.
They should just help themselves.
That's not how it works.
No,
Let me try to explain it to you again. Okay, let's do the 5th time now. Okay. Oh shit!
I order a bag of nuts.
A bag of nuts. You could totally get a bowl of nuts. I'm
Yeah.
sure that's something they would have here. So yeah, you can do that.
As long as it's 2
And it would
copper.
be very, very cheap. Oh, super cheap, yeah.
You only have 2 copper left.
Oh wow, that's already. He's out cold. That's only 4 drinks. He's not quite. His reputation seems to be
dear,
a
oh
little bit
dear.
overblown. But yeah, he knocked. So the previous one, he was really like wincing, and he was sort of panting a little bit after the last one, and then he drinks this one, and he goes cross-eyed, and then slams his head down onto the table.
All right. Yeah. Well.
I raised Dusk's hand into the air. The winner.
I grab the Gut Slasher's drink and just start drinking it.
Okay.
What was left of it.
And one of his companions gets up and is like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, not again, Gut Slasher!" And he reaches down and grabs his coin purse and takes out money from Gut Slasher's and pays the barmaid for the drinks.
Thank you. DCAC, how about you try it? With me as an opponent.
Okay. I don't.
Can I start at like the DC we ended on?
Okay, yeah, because that your last drink was a DC 12, which
Yeah?
you critted. Because of the crit, I'll tell you what. Because of the crit, you start on 10 again.
All right.
But DKEK, you start on 6 for your first one. All right, well, off you go.
So I just drink this, right?
All right. First fail.
Oh boy.
Okay,
That's
well,
pass.
that was quite tasty. It's nice. Yes, I like it. It
Yeah.
seems a shame to drink it so quickly, though. I mean, we could enjoy this, but okay.
Hey.
So does it go up by 2 each time? Did you say?
Yep, so you're on
Yeah.
DC 8. Dusk is
I'm
now
on
on DC
DC
12, but succeeded.
8. Oh dear.
Oh.
So that's one
Ooh.
fail.
1-1.
1-1.
Well, this
All right.
I don't know why the room moves like this now.
Well, that is part of what makes this fun, right?
Magic.
Magic.
Hmm.
Yes, exactly. It's a magic drink that makes you woozy.
Hmm. You know what? For this one, I'm going to stand on the table. I stand on the table to drink this one, apparently. Okay, bye. And I fall over.
That's another fail. Dusk succeeded actually on a 14, so Dusk is, well, I mean, probably a bit drunk by now, but DK's out cold, I guess.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just gonna keep going, right? And tell you what, I'm just going to say that I'm gonna essentially lose all my gold to alcohol.
Okay.
Unless you get drunk first, and then I could take the rest and say you spent it all on booze.
Nice.
If you want to, sure. Just grab like 10 gold then or something.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Well, so I guess I'm just lying on the floor now.
I've
Yeah.
certainly not picked you up.
Yeah, like my head is somewhere on your feathers now. Alright.
I think at this point is when I spot Emerald in the corner, and I just kind of look a little bit helpless, and I just like wave. I don't expect you to acknowledge me.
I go ahead and beckon her over.
I step over them. I bring my drink, which I've touched a little. I haven't slammed it back like those two did. I sit down with you. Well, they're quite a pair, aren't they?
And we're to go into the jungle with those two.
Well, I don't really
They
see
don't
any other
seem
option.
very useful.
I don't even know what they do aside from get drunk, to be honest.
I feel like I was taken advantage of.
So what do you
seems
do
like
then?
It might be more worthwhile just to go without them.
I don't know. If there's undead there, more bodies in between them and us. Not a bad thing.
I don't think their bodies would last very long. Seems more like they'd be hiding behind us. They don't even have armor.
That's right, they don't have armor. And that one, the one with all the feathers, he was buying the weirdest things. He bought ruby dust and diamonds. That's spellcasting stuff, isn't it?
Sounds like it.
Wonder if they're both spellcasters. That one had a strange necklace thing. That's like a celestial symbol, I think.
Maybe he's one of those priest types. They're
Well,
always
this is-
troublesome.
I suppose, but if it's as dangerous as they say, we could use someone who could make the gods help us out a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. It's not like
If he can walk in the morning, at least.
Well, we said we meet at midday, but it's still early, so we'll sober him up.
Maybe someone should splash him some water on him.
Well, we'll let him sleep it off. We're not going anywhere tonight.
Don't think the innkeeper will like them on the floor, though.
No, then the innkeeper can move them because they're a bit too heavy for me.
I get up and go over to talk to the innkeeper, ask him for a bucket of water, go over and douse both of them with it.
I am going to sleep through that.
So now you've got a soggy Dusk on the ground.
I mean, I'd like the opportunity to wake up. Could I roll for it?
Yeah.
Or would I just...
What would it be? Constitution check. And, yeah, I'll think of a DC.
Right.
Well, 13.
Ooh.
There you go, 16. Yeah, so you wake up rudely awakened by
What the
cold
bloody
water
hell's
splattering.
happening? What's this? I'm wet. Why is... hello?
You fell over, you
Mm,
damned bird.
I don't...
You should watch how much you drink next time.
Oh, where the hell am I? What's fun? I don't know. I don't... What's... Hello?
I just turn and walk away.
I'm just watching this from Emerald's table.
I
I
return to my table.
I push Dusk off me. Well, or try to. I mean, I'm only little, and I've got 0 strength. 0 extra strength. And I guess I'll just follow Emerald back to the table or something, or try to.
Yeah.
Does he make it back to the table, Derek?
With a con roll of 16, yeah. You've sobered up a little bit. You only had a couple as well. It just hit you really fast, but you're still feeling the effects.
Well, yeah, I again, I've got both hands on my quarterstaff this time to sort of drag myself over there, and then I just slump on a chair next to them, and I've got one eye shut, just trying to focus on the room and figure out what's going on, and yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Just looking around.
Yeah, I mean, you see scenes of general merriment. The friends that you made, Gut Slasher and his group have left. His friends kind of dragged him out. He was singing sea shanties as he was dragged out of the room. So they look like it's kind of a regular occurrence. It's just like, oh, not again, Gut Slasher. So that group left, and then others have come and left, and drinking and general merriment. And yeah, there's like I was saying before, you see a billboard in the corner with one section with people advertising themselves as jungle guides.
I turn to Emerald again, one eye, and perhaps moving my head closer and further away, trying to bring his face into focus. I'd say, Emerald, where have you been all day? Where did you bugger off to? We've been wandering around buying supplies for this journey into the unknown death jungle of doom.
That's not of your concern.
Fair enough.
I'm assuming our employer gave you guys information about where we need to go tomorrow.
Well,
At
if
least
you'd
set
been
us
there,
up
you'd have known.
Also, no, not a damn thing. I just smile.
Yeah. So, no one's useless around here then.
I think you mean no one's useful.
Did I say
Everyone's useless.
Yeah, everyone's useless. I was torn between saying no one's useful and everyone's useless. So I just said both, apparently.
Yep.
You paid everybody a compliment.
Well, we've been useful. We've bought supplies.
I was saying that really sarcastically then. I said no one is useless around here with all the sarcasm.
Well,
Oh, what's
Well,
that board
then.
over there? I go and check out the board. Why not? No one else is biting. I'll bite.
Yeah.
I was going to,
Walker,
but then I
go.
thought I wouldn't be able to read it anyway, so I thought I'd just accuse Emerald instead.
Well, you see, the usual various advertisements like, buy my, come to my stall and buy my spices. They're the best you'll taste in Chult. That sort of crap. But yeah, there's
Damn
a
it.
whole section on jungle guides. Well, would you read all of them? I can give you handouts. They've written themselves a little synopsis. How about I'll give you, because there's I think there's 7 of them.
Do you want me to roll
I
like
suppose.
investigation or something to see if I get a good one?
Well, it's
Or
kind of
how
up to you which one you want to choose. Like, there's not. They each have a little description of themselves, a little kind of job application. I I suppose, sorry, Snow, but you're unconscious for this, so you. So the rest, the other three of you, then I'll give two of you 2 and one of you 3. And
Assuming
you
I
can
look
maybe,
at the board, how rude.
well, you can choose not to. Also, if you're not, the other 2 can have a look. I mean, I won't. If your character's not interested in it, that's totally fine.
I'm slumped in
I'm
the
gonna-
chair.
I think I'm
I'm
the
gonna get
only
up.
one looking.
Okay.
I'm gonna
well,
get up, walk over to Dusk, and kick him in the side to see if he wakes up.
So actually, then roll
Oh!
roll a d7, and that many. I'll give you that many handouts, and you can have a look, see what you think.
I mean,
What about me
uh,
kicking Dusk?
Ooh, okay.
yeah, I'm getting kicked, so I am going to wake up after this.
So
Oh, we're just saying he wakes up, or does he have to do like something? Or does he just wake up so I kick him?
we'll talk about it once they're done with the board.
You can talk about it now, actually, because it'll take me a moment to send
Okay.
Staney, please.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to say that I just wake up, but if you want me to, then I can roll something.
Soaking
No,
wet.
if you're
I mean,
getting
no, I was
kicked,
just
yeah, you
asking for
can-
Derek.
Sorry, I was looking at this. So if
Yeah.
you're getting kicked, you can totally wake up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Do you actually do damage to me? Is that like a?
I don't know how hard I had to kick him to wake him up. I kicked him in the side, like in the soft bit.
Yeah. Okay, sure. I wake up. I just what are you? Where do you think you are? You dumb. Why?
Get yourself off the floor, you useless piece of shit.
Oh, that's entirely unnecessary language, sir.
Your drinking is what's unnecessary.
If I wasn't so drunk, there would probably be a post here. And I just kind of like try to crawl over to their table.
welcome back.
I looked at Lily, and I tell him, I say, I cleaned up the mess. I'm going to my room now. I figure we can get our employer to hire us a guide or something tomorrow.
A guy. Well,
Still looking at the board.
Yeah. Well, he's a dick.
oh, we've got a number of options of things to do now. Really, I suppose. I mean, we don't even know where we're supposed to start looking for this damn artifact.
Well, that's kind of the point. We don't know where it is, so
Well, we might as
we'll
well
find it.
head in a direction that has some kind of end goal.
When Dekek mentions an artifact. Oh wait, did she mention the soul? Yeah, she mentioned the soulmonger before we left Boulder's Gate, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I just left for my room then.
Okay.
What about these places that our drunk friends told us about?
Well, I don't think we know where they are either, but well, the journal spoke of camp. I try to recall and just fail. Camp something, whatever it was.
No, it was. You got marked on your map the location where that journal was found.
Oh,
It's
well,
the X in the middle of the sea of hexes.
Hey,
yeah.
Derek, can I look at the world map?
Yep, sure.
Are we able to have that as a handout, or is that too much?
There is a handout for that actually. Yeah, I think. Is there? Well, I think the idea is because it's a map that I'm going to be removing hexes from as we go.
Oh yeah.
So actually, maybe not.
Well, in any case, I am curious to see.
Just take a
Well,
screenshot of it, Mush.
Yeah, could do.
I hopefully. Can you guys see that in your journal?
Yeah. Player's
And
map
it
of
does
Kill.
it, and it has the hexes on it. Hopefully.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, so that I don't think will be updated as I delete hexes, but you can have it for reference
Mhm.
anyway. But I can always move you to the actual thing itself
Okay, cool.
Okay.
if you need it.
Hmm.
Cool.
I'm trying to find something on here that was referenced in one of the advertisements, but I can't find it on here, so it's probably.
You
not
could always
this.
potentially give us a new map like each session or something like that.
Well,
That sounds like a lot of work.
Well, it's just
Yeah.
sharing one handout, isn't it?
No, I need to make a new handout every time.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
the actual map will be updated as I take hexes away and mark stuff.
Cool.
So that's the main one, but you have the handout as well now.
Okay. Well, I'm interested to see. Well, maybe we can go there.
So
Where there
sorry,
are
Dave,
wizards.
just
there...
to catch up on where everybody is. So Immoral, I think, went to bed, like
Mhm.
mysteriously slunk away when the artifact was mentioned.
No, I left before they mentioned the artifact. They mentioned it as I was leaving.
Okay. Is everyone conscious?
I'm conscious.
Kinda.
You guys. got
I'm
woken
no
back up?
longer conscious.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm an elf, so I don't sleep, so I meditate.
Yeah, you're brooding mysteriously. That's
Yeah,
true,
you
though.
do
I guess
not-
two of you have that, right? The elf
Yep.
trance thing that's just
Mhm.
meditate for 4 hours and you're good.
Yeah, we're like, fuck sleep.
That's
Sleep
one of
is
the
for
better
weak.
things about elves. That's so useful. So you can collect the job applications if you want, Lily, and take it back to the table, or you can choose
I'm
one you think.
collecting two that catch my eye.
Yeah. You because you're the one that went to the billboard. Like you choose which ones and you could just take one if you want and take it to the group.
I
Or
like two of
none.
them, so I'm gonna take two. I'm taking Azaka's and Musharib's.
Okay.
And
Well,
I set them down on the table. Go ahead.
yes. I was waiting for you to say that so that I can do this. Okay, so everyone can see, except Immoral, who's sleeping. So
Oh,
that's
no.
Azaka and Musharib. So this should be appearing in your journals, guys. The little job
Yeah.
applications.
Yeah.
I don't got nothing in my journal. Feels bad now.
You keep fucking off.
So I was looking through the postings up there. They've got guides for hire, but there's these two. I thought was rather interesting because a lot of them they require a fee up front, but these two, either one of them, we can help them with a quest, and they'll just come with us and help us out.
All right.
And we don't know where we're going anyway, so it could give us a clue of what we're trying to discover here in the jungle.
Well, I can't read right now. Which one do
Okay,
you think
so-
is?
There's one that wants to find a wooden mask, but I like that she says she's raised in the jungle. But the other one, he's a dwarf. He's an albino, so he looks a bit weird, but he is trying to recover a forge, which sounds interesting because that could be useful for us later. If we can return the forge to who's supposed to own it, maybe they'll make us weapons, armor, things like that. I don't know.
I say dwarf.
I mean, I don't really have any preference, really. I suppose it's handy to have someone that knows the jungle well, and if the one was perhaps born in the jungle, maybe that would be helpful to get some advice early on.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What exactly do they want us to do?
So the first ones, the lady, it looks like her name's Azaka. and she needs to go to Firefinger. I have no idea where that is. It's not on my map anywhere. And there's the Terrafolk, which I don't know what that means, but they took a wooden mask from her and she wants it back. And if we help her do that, then she won't charge us for guiding us through the jungle. And then the other one, I think his name's Musharib. I think that's how you pronounce that. He wants to go to Hrakamar, which is where his clan's ancestral forge is. And there's a bunch of fire newts there. I don't know what those are. I'm guessing they're like normal newts, but maybe made of fire, or maybe they shoot fire, or maybe they just look like fire. I don't know. I don't know anything about this place.
Well,
But he either wants us to destroy the newts or sneak in and take a relic called Moradin's Gauntlet, which is at least something I might be able to do.
Well, surely we're going to need to go through jungle to get to this mushrooms thing. So
Probably. I don't
perhaps
know where it is.
again, it would be beneficial to have a jungle expert, but I don't really know. I mean, we're essentially just needing to explore and find out what the hell's going on and keep an eye out for these various things. So yeah.
I would prefer the company of a dwarf right now.
Why?
Because dwarves are awesome.
Awesome.
Alright, listen. He has a forge, and Lily has a good point. He might be able to create weapons for us later.
Well, I mean, I've got a small knife, if you want it. I don't really need it.
Well, I have small knives, but the way I see it, well, bigger weapons are good, and better weapons are better.
Well, they just slow you down, but I suppose it depends on your style.
I don't know how long this expedition of ours is going to take. There's a lot of stuff in this that hasn't been explored at all. It might be good to take the jungle guide first until we know where we're going. And then, once we have a better lay of the immediate land, maybe switch it up. I don't know.
I suppose perhaps we can maybe converse with one or the other and find out a bit more information, and if it doesn't suit us at the time, maybe we can tell them that we'd help them out later on, or if the job's still available.
Sure. I think that's a good idea. We should talk to them tomorrow before we set out.
Makes sense.
There's more up there, but these were the two that looked the most promising to me. There's a couple that look real shady. And I was like, okay, we're not going with them. They're going to get us killed.
I suppose we keep an eye out for this Nangalore and Oralunga as well.
We're looking for a map that goes there. So either...
Oh, did they just want the map? I thought they wanted to know... Well...
They said they want a map that points out those two locations. So as long as we've got that, we get a sailing ship. I don't know what we're going to do with that.
Right.
Well,
Right.
it'll be quicker to get
Hold
to the
up.
other side of the island. I mean, the other side of this
Hold up.
landmass.
Hold up. They want a map that points to those locations, right? Do they need a real map, though?
I mean, that is what they're looking for.
They're the locals. They probably know.
But I think you know what I'm saying, Lily.
You want to fuck over the guy that just bought you drinks all night. I see.
Exactly.
Typical human.
What is that supposed to mean?
No, you know. Oh, look, shiny.
Look, I have some... Actually, no. A map is quite different than a document. Well, whatever. Let me think about it in the morning.
Maybe you should get that thought out of your head for now. We don't even know where we need to go. We don't need the sailing ship yet.
So, which one do you want to talk to first, then?
Let's talk to Azaka. See what's
All
going on with
right.
her.
All
We'll
right.
find out where, like, how far in she needs to go. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. I kind of like look for my purse and then just look at Lily and I'm like, can you pay for my stay here tonight? I am going to give the money back to you, but it
You
seems
spent it
like
all on drink. I'll see how much it is.
thank you.
I definitely didn't steal 10 gold from you. It's fine.
It costs 5 silver pieces for a bed in the Thundering
Yeah.
Lizard.
All right, I will mark off 1 gold. I'll get room for me and Dusk.
How about everybody else? Everyone else got 5 silver to pay for their in-room?
I haven't, but I don't need a bed. I can just kind of perch rest. So I mean, if the pub's open 24 hours, I could just stand in the corner and sort of shuffle up somewhere, perhaps.
They would totally ask you to pay.
Well, if it's open 24 hours, would they even notice?
What kind of a pub is open at 24 hours?
Well,
Wait,
one of the
could you pay-
capital
it's an
city.
inn, like people drink until the bar closes and then
Oh
they
right,
go to their
okay.
in-rooms.
Well, I might just stand outside in a tree then.
I was gonna ask, can you pay like
Okay,
a couple
but
of
you might
copper
not.
to like sleep by the hearth or something?
Potentially, I don't know.
Uh,
Or well, couldn't I just come up into one of
So
your
you-
rooms and stand
you-
in the corner?
You're not coming in mine, okay?
You stink, dude.
That's true. Somebody did point out. Somebody paid even.
I
felt
don't.
like
I
giving you
don't
money
think I
just
do
to-
smell.
Now you smell like wet bird because I threw water on you.
Well, there we go. I'm
It's probably
clean.
worse than wet dog smell.
Damn it.
Like musty old wet bird smell probably smells pretty bad.
I wouldn't be able to sleep in Emerald's room because he would be blinding me all night.
No, but like if you want to, then you can come up to my room.
Oh.
Down.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I change into a female cock.
Oh, what? We were just saying this in chat. I am right in saying, right, we all just assume and think Dusk's human at this point, don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
exactly.
Just checking.
Well, not anymore. Now you know he's actually a bird.
Disguised as a human.
I'm not actually doing that, alright? It would be funny, but no. Not now, please.
Well, I'll say then, I turn to Dusk then and say, look, if I help you up the stairs, which is difficult because I can barely walk myself, but any chance I could just perch in the corner? I don't need a bed or anything.
For sure, you can stare at my
I'll stare into the
sleeping
corner,
body.
thank you.
That's much better, thank you. Well, sure, you can come up.
Thank you.
Uh,
And then I turn to Lily and say, I can't actually help him up the stairs because I can barely get up myself, if you wouldn't mind.
Can I make a dex save to just see if I fall off the stairs?
I was gonna say,
Oh yes.
I'm sure he'll be able to manage as this happens.
All right. There you go.
Oh, easy, no problem. Yeah,
Nice.
you got your sea legs.
He backflips up the stairs, actually.
Man, this is gonna be fun. All right.
So I guess we all go to our rooms for the night.
Yep, sleeping sounds. Do 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 do. So everybody gets a long rest, gets a terrific night's sleep, aided by the alcohol for those of that partook. And yeah, you wake up to the sound of seagulls, and you know the lively sounds of the city, markets opening, and so on. So what do you guys do?
So where does it say to meet this Azaka? If
You
we want her
could
services?
arrange, you know, because she's posted her advert at this inn, you would speak to the innkeeper and arrange a meeting if you want to.
Okay, then I would have mentioned that when I did the rooms thing.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Hmm.
So you want her to be coming to meet you guys this morning?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. Okay. Is everybody downstairs like aboard of an interview panel, or are you guys all
Yes.
sitting together?
I mean, I
Definitely.
didn't
Gonna-
tell them that that was happening, but they may have followed. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
And I'm,
assuming
like,
since
slightly
me
taller.
and Lily are elves that we would have woken up earlier, and I'm just gonna say that like I approached her and found out the information. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
fine. I would have told you what's going on.
I'll be
So I
kind of
figured.
poking around and perhaps, preening myself after the night's rest and stuff. Just, pecking at my feathers and all that kind of stuff. Doing a bit of, puffing up and all that stuff, getting myself ready for the day.
I look over at Dekek and I tell him he's making a mess, and that if you want to do that, you should go outside.
I go outside.
Good.
Okay. And just as you're walking out the door of the tavern, then you almost like physically bump into Azaka. He's coming to meet you guys. She's about 6 feet tall, dark-skinned human Chilton, who's like got these dreadlocks just at the front of her hair down the side. She's wearing like kind of not really armor, but like reinforced like tough leather clothes. With a red cloak around her neck. She's carrying her weapons with her. She's fully kitted out, ready to go. She almost bumps into you, Dekek, and says, sorry. Yeah.
Hello.
Can you just give me the two handouts for the two that she was talking about
Yeah.
in Roll20? Thank you.
I will do. Sorry, just give me one
Oh,
sec.
I suppose I would have.
multitasking
ain't my.
Yeah,
I'm-
no problem.
I'm guessing I wouldn't have like her handout. The job thing didn't have a picture of her like this handout did, I assume. So I wouldn't necessarily know that she's the person that we're meeting.
True. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I guess
feel like
I guess I'd just be like, "Oh, excuse me," and I will go outside and be looking around and again having a clean and inspecting the local area.
Sure. Okay.
Looking for cute birds. And
We're never going to
trees.
have the group all together for any important information.
It's fine.
It's a requirement now. We always have to have some hoodie missing.
Someone's gonna wander off.
So yeah, I'm just stood outside again, keeping an eye out and basking in the morning rays a little bit. And yeah, that's it for me.
I noticed the new. I noticed the newcomer in first. I guess since or outside of Mushy, since he ran into her. And I turned to Lily and I said, "I think that's our guide there."
Yeah, think.
Yeah, so she kind of strides in, like she's really got a confident stride, and it's like 9 a.m. in a pub atmosphere. I'm sure you guys have all seen that. But like it's kind of a little bit of cleaning up after the night before, and it's very, very quiet. There's not really anybody there. A lot of people are kind of too hungover to get up at this time in the morning. So yeah, she kind of walks in and like does a quick scan of the place and then sees you guys. Sorry, I didn't catch you. Are you guys sitting at a table or are you walking around or what?
I think we'd be at a table waiting.
Yeah, we're at a table.
Yeah.
Okay. And she walks up to you and says, "Might you be the people that were looking for a guide for the jungle?"
That's correct. I stand up and I offer her my hand, and I say, "My name's Lily."
Pleased to meet you, Lily. Azaka Stormfang.
Azaka Stormfang, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am Dusk. And I put out my hand.
Pleased to meet you, Dusk.
The quiet one's Emerald.
Emerald.
Anyway,
Nice to meet you.
But yeah, I would have introduced myself to her. Sorry.
okay, you weren't saying anything.
The,
Yeah, I was
The
reading a
birds.
handout.
the bird outside is called Dekek. He is one of our companions as well.
Oh, the bird. almost ran into him, actually, as I was coming in. He's
Well,
with you.
yes, he is.
Interesting. Why do you need a guide, then, if he's with you?
He's
What do
not
you
from
mean?
around here.
He's not? Really? He's not from Kirsabal?
Where is that?
Dekek, get in here.
Mush, you hear Lily shouting. Actually, while you're standing outside, though, maybe you hear that in the background. But somebody before you, make a. No, it doesn't matter either way. It doesn't matter if you see them coming or not. I'll say you saw them coming, but anyway, it's like this really old man, very like sunburnt skin, bald, but with like really the hairs that he has remaining are really like wild and long and unkempt. He's got a horrifying set of teeth. I say a set of teeth. There's like 3 black residues of
It's
teeth
a set of 3
left. Yeah. And he's kind of staggering a little bit, and he just has this kind of wild look in his eyes, and he's like ranting a little bit. And he comes up to you and grabs you by the arm and shouts, "The Ancient One beneath the Forbidden City gives birth to a terrible new god. The Snake Men know. They know." And then he like staggers away and like disappears into an alleyway.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
And then you see some like much more smartly dressed looking, like somebody that looks like a merchant that's on their way to open their stall, walked by and witnessed that, and just like shakes their head and touts like a knowing look to you, and says, don't mind him, old Rigsby. He's always blithering and blabbing on one thing or another. It's his homemade moonshine. I think it's soured his brain. I wouldn't listen to a word he says. And they stride off and go about their business. So you hear from inside Lily shouting your name.
Is this what a hangover is? What did he actually say? The snake god beneath the city? Something or other?
Something like that.
God damn it. All right, I walk back through the door. Then what? I'm so confused already, and it's only like 9 a.m. I don't know. I looked at my arm then as if I was wearing a watch. What's going on?
So this is Azaka. She's the person who we might be having on as our guide.
Hello.
She knows something about others of your kind, so I thought you might want to hear this.
What? I walk straight up to her and get a bit too in her face, probably, just checking her out, head bobbing from side to side and all that kind of stuff.
You're an Aarakocra, are you not?
Yes.
And well, my question to Lily here was why do you need me in that case? Surely you know Chult as well as I do.
I've never been here before. I only got here yesterday. I was hoping, or I'd heard that perhaps there'd be others like me here, but I know nothing. I don't know anything about this place. I've got a map. Doesn't really show much. We don't know anything.
Well, in that case, I would be very pleased to guide you to Kirsabal. It's a settlement full of people of your kind, Aarakocra. It's actually, apart from Port Nyanzaro, it's one of the few places populated with sane, people.
That sounds about right. This place is fucking nuts.
Wait till you see the jungle, my friend.
I don't know what to say. Where?
It's slightly to the southeast of Firefinger. Perhaps even the fates look kindly on us.
Oh, Firefinger, that's where you need to go, isn't it?
Indeed. Most fortuitous.
That is very fortunate.
Did you say Kir Sabal?
Kir Sabal, yes.
I see
I'm
it.
amazed. You've really never been?
No, I just had heard. I'd heard the name Schultz mentioned, and I just assumed perhaps that my people or someone like me could be here. I haven't really been around much. Somewhat isolated.
Then, my friend, we will take you to your kind. It would be my honor to escort you to Kir Sabal, if that is where you want to go.
Well, I want any kind of information, really. I've got many questions.
Azaka, in that case, would it be possible to convince you to extend your offer? We help you with your quest, I suppose, but you extend your offer to Kir Sabal as well.
If you help me with Firefinger, reclaiming what was taken from me, I'll take you anywhere you need to go.
I pull out my map and I lay it out and I say, Can you point out where about Firefinger is on this map?
Yep, sure. She points. It's slightly southwest of Mesro.
Where the F
Are
is
you guys
Mesro?
still on? Are you guys still on the map?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you see that ping?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Is north,
I'll
south,
ping
east, west
again.
changed? Oh no, it's because the city map was sideways, wasn't it? I get it. So yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
okay.
this one.
this
I
one
think
is
this one's-
north up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so southwest of Mesro.
And you
is-
guys have marked on there Kir Sabal, so it was
Yeah.
on there. It was supposed to be on there. You're supposed to be able to see it, but
Okay.
because it's not as unknown as a lot of Chult, but of course you didn't know before that it was of relevance to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When we're looking at the map and she points out the area that she wants us to head to, I say, what about all this sort of doom-looking area? How are we going to get through all this? What does it mean? All this, what is it? Poison and skulls and things.
She just smiles a knowing smile at you, and then taps her longbow.
You're going
Oh.
to fire us there. I see.
I pat Dekek on the shoulder. Well, you're small. I pat you on the top of the head.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah. That would be quite a powerful bow, actually, if you were able to do that.
I didn't mean I would. Never mind.
No, well,
I'm sorry, I'm just pulling your
The
leg.
jungles are dangerous. Things try to kill us, we kill them. Do you understand?
We're the adventuring sort, we do understand. Even though these two may not look it.
I was trying to joke. I'm sorry. I'm new to this.
I pat you on the head again.
Your hand smells of moldy bird.
It's okay. I'm sure it smelled of blood.
Well,
I
Do we
cut
leave
in and I
today?
say, "Yeah, that's what I was gonna say." I was gonna ask her when's the soonest we can leave.
I'm ready. We can leave today if you want.
How many days or how long would it usually take you to get to this area? I suppose it would make a difference tagging with 4 people that are unused to the terrain tagging along.
Yes, it depends how well you keep
Especially
up.
with these two useless ones.
Emerald,
something like 2
once
weeks.
you're out of the city, I'm going to just show you what I can do, alright? Just so
2 weeks.
you don't call me useless, or I guess you're still going to call me useless the way I know you, but at least you know what I can do, alright?
All right, so if it's going to take 2 weeks, should we get rations for that amount, or do we hunt along the way? How does that work?
Now that sounds like a mechanical question to me.
Well, it's also partially a mechanical one, but I'm also asking:
Yeah.
is she going to feed us? Is that part of her being a guide?
No.
I mean, if we're going along the river, I can catch fish. I think isn't that a thing I can do?
I guess like it makes more
survival
sense.
is not
Like
good.
we asked, like I ask her in person, is there game to catch on the way there?
Some, for sure. If you know how to hunt.
I need more rations. I'm not good at hunting. My survival is shit.
Who's got the
Oh,
best
right.
wisdom?
I don't have money. Okay.
Maybe you should spend all your money on booze.
I mean, why do you think I stole some? So you could have money. I stole for your own good.
Thank you. Thank you.
But also to make you owe her.
Yeah, but also that.
Yeah.
All right, so I have enough rations to get there, but I won't have rations to get back, so I need to double that amount.
How many rations are in an explorer's pack? I've dragged it onto my
10.
character sheet, but it doesn't
It's
expand into anything. I thought if you clicked it to open it, it listed all the items.
Yeah, it used to, but it's 10 rations.
Okay.
So it seems like it's going to take 2 weeks to get to, what is it called? Firefinger, and then probably another 2 weeks to get to Kirsebal. But then it's a city, right? So once we're in Kirsebal, we should be able to buy more rations.
Did she say it was
Yeah.
a city?
She said
I
it was it's civilized. and
Kind of
people in
assume
it.
it's a city,
yeah.
right?
It's not a city. So yeah, she says to you, it's not a city in the sense that Port Nyanzaru is a city. You understand? It's a settlement, but it's civilized. It's not.
Is it a place where we can resupply? Is mostly what I'm asking.
I think we should be able to. We can ask. At least they might provide us with supplies during our stay. They
What-
might help us.
What can you tell us about Mesro? I mean, that's going to be closer to where we're going. Is that to where you want us to go? Could we perhaps stock up there?
Mesro, not much there these days. Ruins, mostly pilfered from what I hear. Flaming Fist got to it.
Flaming Fist.
You could make a check if you want to know a bit about the Flaming Fist.
What
Oh,
check
man.
would I make?
History, I think, or something similar.
I can
me
do
just-
history. I'm
That's the
fine with
only
that.
similar thing.
Well, I've got +6 for history. If that's... Are we going with history?
Yeah, history. Yeah.
Huzzah!
Nice.
Hey, 24. Very nice. Well, you recall, and you can, decide how you know this, but yeah, it's a mercenary company that's mainly headquartered in Baldur's Gate, although they do foreign expeditions as well. They're not known for being essentially their moral code. Their moral code. Their moral code is gold.
Okay, well,
They have gold for a moral code. So well,
I would say if they were
Yeah,
at Baldur's
better than
Gate, then perhaps they were the first people I went to try and get to here, and because I didn't have any money or anything, they obviously turned me away.
Hmm.
Perhaps could be.
yeah.
Wait, so you say the Flaming Fist destroyed and pilfered this place? That
No,
place?
no, they didn't destroy it. They pilfered it.
I see.
It's been ruined for quite some time now.
They didn't treat me overly well when I tried to get passage to this area. That's
Yeah.
because I didn't have any gold. Seems
Yep,
like.
that's the Flaming Fist for you.
Hmm. And what is this? What is this mask that you speak of? What is it that you want?
All you need to know, and she suddenly becomes much more intense. All you need to know is that it's mine. and it was taken from me.
Good
Okay.
enough.
I suppose so.
So it sounds like we're gonna need some more supplies.
Well, if we need more supplies, then I'm going to have to rely on you because of yesterday, you know?
Hmm. But
You're gonna owe me for this, you understand?
do you have enough gold for supplies for all of us, though? I've only got 10 days worth.
You better keep a tight tally on these two.
Well, do you have money for supplies?
Plenty.
I turn to
So we
DK
can-
and I say, I don't like him.
Hmm.
Okay, so it's two rations per gold. I do
Yeah.
not have enough money
Hmm.
for all of you.
Just like tell us how many you buy later, and I think we can go
Yeah,
on.
we can do
right?
the accounting between sessions. Because,
I was-
yeah, in Port Nyanzara, if you normal stuff that you want to buy, then you can just go ahead and remove your cash from your inventory.
Well,
and
the reason I was
whatever you
asking
buy.
if she had enough for all of us was otherwise I was going to ask Azaka if
Uh-huh.
she knows a way to make a quick buck in the city before we head out.
'Cause, yeah, I
Or
don't think I have enough for both of you.
You could
You
sell
can-
your
you can
bird
always-
body.
if you like my body. Azaka, it seems we may be a bit low on supplies. Do you have any advice or? I mean, I'm perfectly happy to just go and help ourselves. Apparently, that's frowned upon.
Well, in the jungle, we can help ourselves. As long as we're strong enough, we can hunt, we can fish.
Well, that sounds marvelous. I like the sound of that.
Let's just go, shall we?
What's the worst that could happen, eh?
I'm gonna run to the market. I'm gonna buy an extra 2 weeks of rations for
Okay.
7,
Okay, cool.
and everyone else can just figure it out.
I bought 5 extra rations. I went with her
When did you go to the market?
when she just did.
It's really on the way as well. It's
Alright,
just,
fair enough.
you can stop on, just step out of the tavern and the Red Bazaar is right there. Okay, so you're heading out then, out into the jungle, in search of adventure, in search of Firefinger, and then eventually in search of Kir Sabal, it sounds like.
Hmm.
We probably should avoid getting into any encounters, though, if we're going to end anywhere near on time.
I was thinking we can end there actually, so we can
Okay.
fade out with you guys
Yeah.
heading out into the jungle for your first expedition next time.
Dun dun dun. And we're all dead.
Oh, after all this, if we TPK next session,
At least we got
Yeah,
drunk.
Then all of your rations will rot in the jungle.
it's fine. I'm a survivor.
I mean, after this session, I don't know. My character doesn't really feel like standing between a fire nude and a crazy old bird.
Crazy old bird.
Crazy old bird.
Crazy
But
old
hey, at least I'm
Maurice.
reasonable.
Yeah, you're fine.
And also, I like the
Fuck
fact
you.
that the area we're going to, where my people seem to be, have an area or a settlement or something, and she's saying that it's nice, civilized, and lovely. It's like, well, let's get out of this fucking shitty city and go to a proper civilized area.
Where they don't pay for stuff with money. They
Exactly.
just, there's a corn currency. You take what you need. You don't
take-
sleep in beds.
Seize the means of production.
Oh man.
Don't
I
you mean
have to
seize the
say-
means of birduction?
Hey.
Hey.
Someone ban RJ, please. Nice.
I have to say though, like for a talk session only, that was so much fun.
It's good. I liked
It was
it.
fun.
I'd love to tell you guys how much of that I had no planning of whatsoever.
I'm gonna guess like a good 70%.
Yeah, something like
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
My little offshoot was completely unplanned.
But
that was
I've got notes.
guessable.
I don't know if you ever come back to Port Nyanzara. I've got some notes of some people that you met, and yeah,
I've
you've
got-
got a
I've
couple
already
of side
got-
quests. Oh, what I would maybe I'll set it up in between sessions. I can do you a little, or actually, you guys can maybe write it to have your interpretation of stuff. But yeah, like a quest log would be probably a good idea.
I've already
Yeah,
got 2
like-
pages of notes. I'm trying to write as much down as possible because, again,
That's so many notes.
well, it's only a tiny little notepad. Sorry, it's like
Yeah,
like a
I
couple
added
of
like
inches.
one line of notes to my bio.
Because again, yeah, it would be good to have like a summary and things like that in the Discord channel and all that kind of nonsense. And then just for us, obviously, it's handy to have, I guess,
Yeah,
notes and stuff.
for sure, for sure.
Faux show.
Oh, and before we end, I would want to ask if I can. Like, I know we're real close to time, but I would want to, and maybe this is what we end on. We start next session talking about this, or maybe she doesn't know anything. I want to ask about the curse of death, and if she knows anything about it.
This is my first time hearing of it.
Oh well, never
So,
mind.
yeah. I suppose we didn't really need this. It doesn't really warrant a scene, but yeah, she doesn't really know much about
Okay.
it. She's
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, like something else that we could also do before we end is maybe just have like a little scene of, hey, this is what everyone can do, because we would talk about it before heading out into the jungle, I assume.
kind of like the Power Rangers intro where everyone does a little kung fu and holds a stance.
No, I mean like just
Red.
yeah.
I get what you're saying though. Like, someone's like, "Hey, I use magic," because at this point we're like, "Okay, this guy's useless. The bird thing might be a mage?" Question mark.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to just roleplay that out, or how do we do this?
Totally up to you guys.
Yeah, so, well, Emerald, before we head out, right, what abilities does everyone have?
What do you mean abilities?
You ask without offering your own answer first.
Alright, fine. So, I'm a mage, well, a sorcerer, I suppose, myself. And I don't know, apparently there was some banging between the celestial and the human or something. Which means I can actually heal people with my magic as well. And also I can do this, and I just like essentially use my minor illusion to disguise me like changing form. So there's like this light sparks, and my hair just grows, changes color, and I'm like a woman just stands in front of you.
I know your kind.
Do you?
You're not normally drunkards, though.
RJ, real quick, right? What I would ask you to do, if you want to know, then I am actively trying to disguise it with minor illusions, essentially. So it looks like I'm just casting magic to disguise myself. So if
But
you
you
want
said
to,
you
then...
changed genders. That's a lot more than what minor illusion can handle.
So do you want to maybe make a check to see if you can figure out that that's like an arcana or something, perhaps? How would we resolve that? So you're kind of trying to deceive. You're doing your
No,
shape
I'm just
changer
saying like the
ability.
actual spell, because he said he changed gender, and that's a lot more than minor illusion, isn't it?
Yeah, but
I
he's
mean-
not doing it with the spell. He just wants
Yeah,
to.
I'm essentially just like disguising it so
Pretend
you
that he's
don't
casting a
know
spell.
that it's minor illusion. But I'm essentially just making stuff.
But I think
move.
I think it would be fair for there to be a check for you to be able to have a chance to figure that out somehow, Immoral, if you want to make a check to try and see through that. And I guess
Yeah,
Dusk,
either-
it would be like a weird roll because it's like a deception, but with your magical ability, with your
charisma.
So it's the same thing anyway.
still with your charisma, so that works out. Yeah. Do you want to do that, RJ, or
That's
feel
fine.
like
Yeah, I guess it'd be
it's-
like an insight on my part.
Yeah.
Or a
yeah,
perception check.
insight or Arcana? I think would be.
Arcana would be like
Oh.
knowledge more, maybe, and then insight.
I mean,
would
Arcana
be-
would tell me that I guess Arcana would tell me it's not magical. Because there'd be no spell to detect.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
But
you're
also,
like,
you could
"Hey, I know
roll
what
insight
that's-"
because
Yeah.
it's a deception, so you can roll insight if that's better for you as well. So insight or Arcana.
Do I just click it?
Oh,
click
so
the
on your
word.
character sheet,
I
you
got
just
20.
Yeah.
there you go.
I mean,
got
I
it.
use
You found it.
inspiration for it.
Okay.
13.
Oh.
So RJ, Immoral, maybe maybe you've known at some
Well,
point.
I'm from other planes of existence, so I probably...
You know magic when you
more-
see it.
Yeah. I'm more well-versed in other species than probably most people in the party.
Yeah. So you can tell that that wasn't a spell that was just cast. It's up to you whether you want to call Dusk out on it or not.
I mean, I already kind of said what I said, so I left it vague.
What did you say?
But I
Like-
said I know what he is, or I know
Alright,
his
okay.
kind.
Okay. So Azaka's kind of obviously saw that and is kind of like rubbing her chin, just like, interesting.
So if someone attacks us, you can turn into a girl.
Well, it's not terribly useful in combat, but
No,
It is
I'm
one
joking.
ability.
It's very impressive.
so
Well, I look
anyway,
forward to seeing what else you can do in combat, all of you. It'll be dangerous out there, I won't lie to you. But I'll keep you safe.
so anyway, DCAC, what can you do?
Well, I'm still rather...
Besides being a bird brain.
Well, I'll have you know, my intelligence is rather high. If I could put a number on it.
That would surprise me.
I'm
Lily, you have a quick memory of DKek getting up onto the table, drinking a shot, and then passing out, having
Yep.
a bucket of water thrown over him last night.
Yep.
well, maybe I'm not very wise, but intelligence. But I'm rather green to this. I won't beat about the bush. I'm rather inexperienced in combat, but I feel that I can look after myself. I can have a go. Again, I wasn't fully anticipating that this is what I'd be doing, but yes, I've got some tricks up my sleeve. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
well, I can try, but yes,
I don't know.
expect us to die for you.
well, I wouldn't expect anyone to do anything for me.
Then we're in agreement.
We all promise each other no dying. How about that?
That sounds like a plan. I kind of just do the same thing in reverse that I did before, so I'm Dusk again.
Shoop. And well, if we're explaining abilities, I can't do anything as impressive as that. But I can use this longbow, I can use this scimitar, and I know the jungles.
Are we in the pub still? Sorry, in the tavern?
You know, like, I think we're like outside
You can
somewhere.
be
Yeah, we're, like, in
having
front
a
of it.
conversation on the way, walking out of the city.
Is
Just
there a
glance down at my armor, my flail.
clear patch nearby of just dirt, bare ground, i.e., not trees and burnable materials attached to it and stuff?
Yes.
I mean, here you go, and then I'll just, I guess, firebolt that area. Say, well, I don't get to do it very often. But yes, I can do shit like this, I suppose.
Did you just shoot a fireball into some
Firebolt.
jungle? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it blows up a big. So there's like Well, you
Can you just click on your spell so it shows up in chat?
Oh.
What is-
It says no ability found.
Yeah, because it's not on your character sheet. So you
Shouldn't
can't
you pull
use
up like
it.
the wiki page, like when like you use other things, like other spells when you post them? Can you click on the actual spell?
Yeah,
It
that's
is
how it
the
works.
actual
Then I
spell.
guess.
If you want the,
Like a little
copy
info
and
prompt.
paste. You want to see the description?
it's alright. I can just change it from attack to spell card.
Or you can always
Yeah, that's
search
what I
in
was
the
saying. That's what I was
compendium.
It's annoying.
This one you need to make attack rolls with it, which is why it's set up like that. Because if you're actually doing it on an enemy, then you need to see if it hits or not.
You can just type it in Firebolt if you wanted to know in the search bar.
Yeah,
guess.
in the compendium, and you can find it.
Or it takes a while, but there you go.
Oh, I see. It does act weird. Weird.
Well, no,
It
that's
just
just
rolls it
how
as an
D20 works.
Roll 20.
D20, roll 20, sorry. Because then you click the actual name of the spell and it rolls the damage.
All right. I mostly just wanted the visual description just so I knew what I was seeing.
Well, there
But
you go. I can
flammable
do...
object hit by the spell ignites. So like you shot a tree, right?
No, I specifically said it's a dirt area where there's nothing combustible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so DKEK just kind of blasts a little miniature.
Well, that's the thing.
crater
I just
by a
point
piece of
my
ground.
quarterstaff at it, and it'll come out the at the end. At the end, there's loads of twisted branches and stuff. It's just one big tree trunk, well, small tree trunk, the whole thing, and then the branches at the top are all knotted together, and in there is my arcane focus stone thingy. So it would just pew, kaboom, little firebolt.
So there you go. I can set fire to shit. Hopefully that'll come in handy.
I can imagine it will, says Azaka. And you? Turns to Lily.
I shrug and say, nothing so impressive as that. I'm quiet, I'm fast, I can stab things, and I can shoot.
You know, stabbing things and shooting things, it usually works.
That's what I think.
Just kind of nod to each other.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, we get along. We're like the same.
Did you want to showcase?
I was going to say, what about you then, Emeralds? You're the one
I
that's
already did my
wanting us
thing.
to show all these things. What have you done?
Well, first off, Dusk was the one asking you to show these things. And then
Yeah.
I already said what I did. I glanced at my own.
You did
You
what?
glanced at your what?
I said I looked down at my own. I said it before Lily did her thing, and before you did your firebolt. I said I looked down at my own weapon and my armor, and kind of just gestured at it like it was obvious.
Yeah, like
And
it
I
doesn't
was
need
the only one that
explaining,
had like
when stuff
pretty
hits
much
me, it
gesturing that-
bounces off this.
pretty much gesturing that I'm the only one actually geared for adventuring.
Hey,
More or
I got
less.
armor.
Very
As-
light
Azaka
armor.
looks at your armor, by the way, Immorale, and is like, it's the jungle. You realize it's going to be very, very hot wearing that. Are you sure?
I'll be fine.
Okay. With a
Well-
steely look of determination, the adventurers head southwards into the jungle
Yay!
in search of quest, loot, and
Fish!
lore and fish
And birds.
and bird people. Yeah. Well, let's call it a day there, shall we, dudes?
Nice.
Yeah.
Good
At least we
work.
made it out of the
Marvelous.
city. I'm proud of us.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That
I
was
wasn't
awesome.
convinced that was going to happen.
I mean, we could go back and like throw a play or something if you guys want to.
We're gonna
That way
miss
they
the
can get a few
miss the
coppers.
dinosaur race. I'm so upset.
They do them every week.
Oh, okay.
That's true. Yeah, you can always catch it sometime in the future.
Derek really wants that dinosaur race to happen.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
mean-
make that up on the spot, or is that in the book?
No, that's the thing. There's rules for it and everything.
Oh,
What?
fuck yeah. Well, that's the thing.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
The fact
Yeah,
you
it's
said
It was
it
one of the things I
has.
was going to try to steer away from, but I wasn't with the group when you guys found it, so I was like, oh well.
I'm
But,
assuming
yeah, I
we're going to be
mean-
heading back to Nyanzaru quite often.
We're gonna have to resupply and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Unless we find some hidden
sell
city.
loot and
Yeah.
get more stuff.
Hell yeah.
Ah, Jesus. Jesus.
Speaking of
Oh,
which, we
that's
need
awesome,
to
Derek.
we need to let Snow sleep.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you, dudes. Anyway, so much for playing. Thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody. And thank
Aye.
you all for being here. And we'll
Let's
be
get
back
some XP next time.
bit by bit. It's ongoing. We can take, we're taking our time bit by bit.
I like that we can take our time. That we
Yeah,
don't
it's
feel
really
rushed.
good.
That's
It's no pressure. And again, that's why I was up for joining in on the drinking game and stuff like that. It's like, well, why not? It's a bit of story, and again, if we're hoping to make it RP heavy, well, not RP heavy, but
Yeah, no, there's just always time for it. Is the thing.
Yeah.
There's no like, well, we've got 4 hours, so you can't have drinking contests. Like any stuff like that is great.
Man, I also kind of feel like I do this every time there is like a new group where I go to a tavern, either drinking contest, fighting, something, board games, I don't know.
It's a good way to get to know people.
I just want to get back to the dinosaur race. No, well, I don't. In character, I don't. But out of character, I want to join in, especially if there's rules and things, and we can bet. You said.
You can bet.
Or what if you become a dinosaur jockey?
Wow. Well,
Impossible.
that's why I was
don't feel like
asking
you'd be
about
able
the
to stay on very
dinosaur.
well.
Was I'm so against any form of ownership and captivity and stuff. So I was debating trying to break that dinosaur free, but I decided no, that's probably not the best idea. Straight away, just let loose the dinosaur in the city.
Interesting.
And the dinosaur just
So
turns
how that
and
could
eats
have
you.
gone? Let's think. You immediately get arrested. I mean, you would have been in executioner's run in about a minute.
That's the other thing I've got to remember, and we all need to remember, is that potentially there's going to be stuff that is way above level for us.
That could have been
going
fantastic, Mushy. If you would have gotten like immediately in Executioner's Run, when I walked out, I could have seen you in Executioner's Run. Like,
forward.
isn't that dumb bird I teleported here with?
Wait, isn't that? That would have been great.
Hello, Emerald.
But
glad
I
I
mean,
didn't have to
if you
break
have
it
a
up.
rush of blood to the head like that as well, you can do that sort of stuff. You can, maybe you would have survived. Maybe you would have had to roll another character, but the campaign still goes on.
Yeah.
So, it's meant to be kind of sandbox. Although that does mean moments of panic for me.
You
Yeah.
handled
I
it
gave Derek his
fine.
first moment of panic.
Yeah, because well, we can maybe talk about that off stream, but yeah, the warlock stuff I was not planning today, so. And I got myself into a twist over Wakanga's mansion as well. I should have just not bothered with the map, but you live and learn.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
All right, let's let
All
Snow
right,
go as
well-
well. Yeah.
Thank you for running this. Thank you guys for playing. I'm just gonna get some sleep.
Good
Yeah.
night,
And
Snow.
Alrighty,
We'll be back next week.
Jesus.
I'll hang up on you guys
Bye.
and chat for a bit.
alrighty, later, dudes.
Cheerio. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.